Okay, hey guys. Let's talk about TanaCon. Let's get let's spill the tea. We are staying, me and Jess, at the TanaCon Hotel, or what was the TanaCon Hotel.
TanaCon Hotel.
The Tanaconda Hotel. So yesterday, my personal opinion, your personal opinion, it was fun, right?
It was
Even
fun.
though it was crazy.
For like a few hours. Well, we met a fun person. So like, that was cool.
We basically we showed up at 6:30 to get in the line because the line started at 6, and it was huge. It was all one line for some reason. There were no separate lines. I'm not sure.
Even though someone said there was.
Someone was
True.
supposed to be. Everyone filtered in. I think at some point someone told us that the security had given up and you could just bribe them for anything you wanted. They said they were talking to them and saying yeah, if you just give us food and other stuff, we'll help you out. And so that was sketchy from the get-go. But then we finally did get inside and everything. That's when it kind of descended into chaos around the time we got in.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was running around. The staff was getting really angry because they didn't know what was happening, and people were getting bitchy at them, and it was bad. We were sitting in one room for an event, and all the events were jumbled up, and so they went ahead and changed it, and they came in sorry you're all sitting in here, but everything's going on the main stage now. So we went ahead and got back into the main stage room, and we just stood there for hours watching what was going on and enjoying it. We watched the wedding. It was really dope. It was nice. But then the fans started to get more and more and more insane. It was a big issue. They were literally just screaming and pushing, and then Tana came out to say guys, there's 15 to 20,000 people outside that don't have tickets, and it's insane. And
yeah,
I think everyone was trying, we could see people were complaining that it's hot out here, there's no water and stuff like that, which honestly,
kind of their fault.
Kind of their fault if you didn't have a ticket and you tried to show up to an event and stand in a line. But I don't know, at some point while we were inside, it descended into absolute chaos and people started rioting. They were literally stealing VIP tags, and they were faking tickets, and they were just rushing. They were jumping over fences. They were trying to pour in the door without going through security. At one point we walked out of the main stage because we just couldn't deal with the pushing and the yelling anymore. And so we got out, and everyone's move, move, move. So what you do is when you finally did get in through the entrance, they would push you right out of another entrance back outside. And all the doors were shut so people couldn't get back out. And so we got back out, and we just kind of watched the riots from afar, and we saw the riot police show up and try to disperse everyone. And people were tearing down the banners, tearing down the merch, just hopping and jumping on anything. They were destroying things. And a lot of them felt so entitled to do so. They were stealing things just well, if we didn't get to meet who we wanted, we're entitled just to do what we want. And which is such a shitty attitude. And no tea, no shade here, but even if only the 5,000 people that apparently did get tickets showed up, I'm not sure there was room for 5,000 people in this venue. Maybe only 1,000. Maybe you could have made it work. I'm not sure, but that's my opinion. It wouldn't have been comfortable, at least. But I mean, I know it's kind of a shit show right now and everything, but I do have to give Tana and her friends credit for at least when the riots were happening, walking out there and trying to stop it, not stop it, but appease the crowd somehow just to tone it down. And it kind of sucks that it just didn't work out. And I understand why, a lot fell through. A lot of the planning, a lot of the things that should have worked fell through. 90% of the people we saw walking around had VIP passes, even though 90% of people weren't supposed to have VIP passes. So I'm not really sure how that happened, or if people were just handing them out. Apparently people did steal them, but it was a mess. we're just kind of running around Anaheim now. This wasn't the only thing. We flew in from Illinois, but this wasn't the only thing we came for. Like, we didn't come just for TanaCon. We planned to, like, go to Disneyland and enjoy our day. There are still people, like, parked out, like, around the hotel waiting to see Tana. And, like, everyone, like, they're down in the lobby just, like, stalking, waiting to see her walk out for her birthday. Which is kind of, like, wrong. Like, I feel really bad for all these creators that, like, try to have normal lives. And, like, just the amount of, like, insane fans they have. I just don't understand how anyone can have a normal life once you become, like, a social media, like, creator. Like, I just feel bad. Like, there's people over at, like, the other hotels across the street, like, over there, just stalking. They've been waiting out there for, like, 24 hours now for creators to exit their hotel. And we've never gone to a con or anything. This is, like, the first one as, like, just a fun vacation to California. And I just don't understand it. It's crazy. Like, I don't understand why people just can't be normal. And, like, if you see a creator, like there are creators out there that we saw, like, but we didn't, like, walk up to them and scream or anything. Like, you just say, like, hi, or you wave or something.
Yeah, because we're normal fucking people.
You just don't, like, ruin their day. I mean, like, maybe you're not ruining their day, but, like, if they're just trying to get somewhere, like, literally, the Gabby show ran out of this hotel. She fucking bolted, and people just started screaming and running after her, like, down the street. It was terrifying. And I don't know, it was crazy. And all in all, it was a fun experience. I wouldn't take it back. Then again, we were some of the only people that got into the event. But it was a really fun event. I loved watching the people get married. We saw a Q&A. We saw a couple Q&As. But it was nice. The security, I just, the poor staff and security, I feel so bad for them. Like, having to deal with all these crazy, like, kids that are just, like, so entitled to everything. And it's absolutely insane. But there's the tea. That's really all we have for you, because there's not a whole lot that's been shared online other than, like, you know, Shane Dawson's really going at it online, and some other people are James Charles. It's kind of a mess.
James Charles is kind of being ridiculous.
People are, yeah, well, kind of, but I do understand it. Like, she wasn't answering her phone, and he was really trying to reach her, and only reached back to him after he finally snapped. But I feel bad. Everyone's, like, trying to, like, yell at Tana, like, for trying to celebrate her birthday. Like, even though it's not been planned by her, she probably has to go to it. And to be honest, like, people, like, I don't think she's going to be celebrating her birthday happy. Obviously, I don't think anyone can be happy after the situation. That's just a lie if someone's saying that. But all in all, that's it.
I'm
anyway.
just, like, so glad that no one got injured.
Well, someone said, like, they had, like, a panic attack or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, for all the craziness, all the people, it's a surprise that it wasn't worse. Like, at one point, we weren't allowed back in our hotel, even though we had passes into the hotel. They just couldn't let anyone near the hotel. It was crazy.
And I had to empty my bag.
Yeah, but that's all. Thanks. Bye.